Okie dokie, how are you there? And welcome to this terrific Tuesday edition of Liquid Lunch. Quick break there. Wow. I mean, I try to mix it up with the best of them. And we've had Tisha on many times against many people. And we've had Lisa Durden on twice, and she has exploded 2 times. She's kind of good television, but some of, and I'm cracking open a cold one here. I'm with Amal. One of our viewers, Amal, sent me a note that was intense and she needs a drink. I'm with her. I'm having one. I'm sucking down these White Claws like it's my job lately, I got to tell you. But your portfolio's in good hands today. Nothing great to report there. And Bitcoin continues to linger around in a range. Many of you have told me that you like when I do these segments on my own and talk to you about stuff that's going on out there. I am talking to my audience now, and coming up in just a little bit, one of the biggest Trump supporters out there, one of the biggest people on social media that's always out there spreading the good word. They call her Fog City Midge. Margaret Vandenberg, a.k.a. Fog City Midge. She's going to join us in just a bit. She's out in San Francisco. Let me tell you, it's tough to be out in Pelosi town and wear a MAGA hat, but Midge does it all the time. And, you know, she's quite the guest. And she actually was guest host with me at one point, but Midge went back to the left coast where I guess she's more comfortable, but I've been begging Nico to get her back on, and she's going to join us in just a few here. Now, what do you need to know? Your portfolio is okay, and Bitcoin is okay, and we are not okay because, as Pavlina Oster pointed out at the end of hour 1 there, we had so much going on up here in New York. It was the most hard-hit state in the country with this coronavirus stuff, that many people here weren't paying attention to. Texas wasn't doing much, and Florida wasn't doing much, and the comparisons were great. And now everyone's saying, oh, Texas is up, and Florida's up, and Arizona's up. The main thing I want you to keep your eye on, because we're doing so much more testing now. The one thing you got to realize is that the survival rate continues to be 99.95. So that's like 5 basis points. That's like 0.05%. It's the smallest margin. And by the way, survival is really all that matters here. I mean, are people being hospitalized? I don't know. Hospitalizations don't seem to be ripping out of control. We heard all this talk here in New York and we're going to need 50,000 ventilators, hospital beds, and Donald Trump sent, one Navy ship here to New York. He sent another one to Cali, and the one in New York had like 1,000 beds, and not a single person ever boarded the bed. We had so many respirators, it turned out, that Governor Cuomo started shipping them to other states. So keep your eye on the ball. And, I'm trying to be objective and not be too much of a conspiracy theorist, although I am a conspiracy theorist. This thing started and it was bad, okay? And if you go look at the chart, I showed you the chart last week, it shot up, and now it's been cascading its way down. And the left-wing media will tell you that it's shooting up again. The only chart that matters is COVID deaths. If you ask me, that's the only chart that matters. Now, I'll give you an example. I have 3 kids, okay? 2 of them back in February, March, both John and Tori had, some mild symptoms. Tori went and got tested. John had a fever. He was in bed, fever, bed, fever, bed. I was convinced they both had it. Ava, my other daughter, didn't demonstrate any symptoms. Turns out that Ava has the antigens, and the other 2 that we thought might have had corona don't have anything. So all this testing stuff is still kind of harem-scarum. There's not a lot of hard evidence out there. And I started this whole corona thing back in February when we were back in the studio. And I have kept myself on a strict regimen of having at least 1 Corona beer today, and every day. And my thought was, much like an apple a day keeps the teacher away. A Corona a day keeps the virus away. And I even had on famed Dr. Eric Braverman, who agreed with me that drinking a Corona a day could be a preventive measure not to get the coronavirus. So as of today, knock on wood, I haven't got it yet. Nico, he did agree with me, right? Dr. Braverman, that drinking Corona would prevent the coronavirus. He didn't agree with me at all. I got him to agree that if I drink Corona enough, then I would sleep better. And if you sleep better, it contributes to, a more healthy body and immune system. So maybe there is some capacity in an actual Corona beer, but I've transitioned from Corona to White Claw. This is my daily drink right now, and then I go to the gin and tonics after the show when I want to start slurring. But lots of crazy crap going on out there, folks, and every day right here on Liquid Lunch, we're just trying to bring you real people and talk about real things. And as Nico mentioned in the break, we are thinking about getting off of Facebook, and we've joined Parler, Parler. It's a pretty open forum, and you might want to check it out and follow Liquid Lunch. We're going to take a quick break, come back with Fog City Midge right after this.